lessons is that the chocolate begins to waft through the church, kind of like incense, and it makes you hungry. But you're just going to have to be careful today. And I have represented here two ways of thinking about how God blesses us. One is a stingy way, represented by a stingy opening, thinking that we can guard God's blessings, and we have to kind of keep them to ourselves and store them up in case later on there aren't any blessings. And one that's represented by a large opening. Okay? In other words, that as God pours out his blessings to us, we're free to help others and be a blessing to others. Amen? Yes. Oh, good. You see, if this is abundant life, all this chocolate, unbelievable. Oh. But we try to hold it. Can God fill us up at all with much stuff if we try to hold on to his blessing? No, it all falls away. Oh, be careful. But if our hearts and minds and hands are open to what God wants to do, he can just fill it and keep it going and just continue to fill it. And then it begins to overflow. As our hands are open, it's flowing all over the place, going everywhere. And that's what God is talking about today. That's how our position should be with what God has given us. God has given us blessing not just so that we can store it away, but so that we can share it with others. Abundant blessing. So that we also can be his instruments to share with others. I would encourage you that this is not just a message for the Corinthians today, but it's also a message for us. Now, I'd love to share this with you right now, but I can't because I have to use it at the next service. But if you stay through the next service, then we can all share it at coffee hour. And it's a gift. It's an act of grace. Our sharing, purposeful. These guys in Corinth have decided to purpose to do this. Paul says, keep it going, don't stop, keep going. So that, as the principle that we see in Exodus, those who chose much had sufficient, but those who picked little also had sufficient. God has a way of working all this out. And our desire is to serve him by not hoarding the blessings that he gives to us, but by sharing them with others. That's the act of grace that he's calling us to today. And just like we see in Mark, that is abundant. Abundant life in the New Testament is represented by the word Zoe. I don't know if you've seen any little kids called Zoe, but they are usually extra fluffy. They're usually running around doing all kinds of stuff. And that's abundant life. That's what Jesus wants us to have. We all have bios, biology life. It's the way we are. But God wants to have a special kind of life, abundant life.